let's talk about something simple that we can all agree on. Israel-Gaza. And look, I get this isn't the best place to talk about it because it's not a 20-second TikTok video. This is why I think the situation is hopeless, because my parents are two Jews who couldn't even get along with each other. I grew up in a two-home solution. Neither parent was allowed on the other's land.
Get off my lawn!
And look, American Jews helped my family escape Soviet Russia in the 1980s when anti-Semitism in Russia was almost as bad as it is right now in the Ivy League. Hope you did the required reading for that joke. For the first 2 months, I didn't say anything publicly, I just did a lot of reading. But my name is Ben Rosenfeld, so either I gotta speak up or change my name. And there is no way that I am going to the DMV. The only thing more terrifying than die Jew die is you gotta go to window 19. And look, I get some people are gonna think I'm biased because I'm Jewish, so off the top of my head, here's a partial list of times Jews have clearly been wrong. Continuing to build settlements, saying that any anti-Israeli government opinion is anti-Semitic, and everything my mom said. The problem on both sides is not the people, the problem is the governments. We need a free Palestine from Hamas, free Israel from Netanyahu, and free me from my mom at Thanksgiving. I will say, Israel continuing to build settlements, that's up, that should stop. But everyone knows the way to get Jews to leave a homeowners association is to raise the assessment fee. No way am I paying $500,000 for a new roof. Boom, problem solved. The worst part of all this anti-Semitism is that hating Jews, that's our thing. American Jews helped my family come here, but then their kids spent the next 6 years relentlessly teasing me. So I get wanting to harm Jews. If you could take out 5 Jews, but only Jews you knew personally, I'd join Hamas. Good time to remind you, this is satire, not literal. For a long time, my entire Instagram feed was full of people on Manhattan's Upper West Side tearing down posters of missing Israelis. Just tearing down someone else's work without offering a better alternative. They're just like my mom. I just compared my mom to Hamas because they both hate that I speak in public. The thing is, you can't believe either government's numbers about anything because it's in their incentive to lie and exaggerate for their own benefit. You can't trust any government numbers from either side. Believing Hamas's death toll, that's like believing a dude, how many women have I slept with? Like, 1 trillion billion? You want proof? Here's a grainy video. And of course, believing Israel about the death toll, that's like believing a woman about how many men she slept with. Me? Never! Well, there was that one time, but it doesn't count because I was drunk. You know how it gets, you have one too many and all of a sudden your tits knock over a building. The thing I hate on both sides is they're misusing words to the point that the words no longer have any meaning. Like labeling any anti-Israel government opinion as anti-Semitic, that's total bull. It's not anti-Semitic to say land for peace. It's only an anti-Semitic if you say, blow the Jews to pieces. It's perfectly fine to say, good idea, ceasefire. It's only an anti-Semitic if you say, bad idea, gefilte fish. Another term that keeps getting misused, some people keep calling Gaza the world's largest outdoor prison because they share a security checkpoint with Israel and a security checkpoint with Egypt. Guess what? America has a checkpoint with Mexico and Canada. America's a bigger outdoor prison. All countries are outdoor prisons. If you're gonna call Gaza a prison, then even if Israel moved the entire population to Egypt, that's not genocide. That's Habitat for Humanity. Because it's a prison. You're escaping prison. Another word that keeps getting misused is genocide. Genocide is the intentional extermination of an entire group of people. And ethnic cleansing is genocide for neat freaks. At this point, what Israel's doing is f***ed up. They're taking out too many civilians, but it's not genocide. A more accurate term would be ethnic eviction. Israel is like the world's most aggressive slumlord. They're like, we told you to leave. You had 2 days notice. Now we're sending security and gonna start showing your place to new tenants. And we're keeping your deposit because this is not normal wear and tear. Clearly you blew up this hospital. If I were to put on my realtor hat, I would describe Gaza as cozy with ocean views, steps away from the tunnels, in an up-and-coming neighborhood. Here's how I think about it. What would happen if either side achieved total victory? If Israel got total victory, there'd be no more Hamas, and the rest of the Gazans would go back to living their lives. Whereas if Hamas got total victory, there'd be 7 million dead Israelis, which is what genocide actually means. The rest of these are jokes. This one's just making a point. I'm not trying to depress you. I'm about solutions. So I think the best way for Israel to get all their hostages back is to trade for one really bad Jew. So Israel should give them Harvey Weinstein. Here's another solution. Move all the Israelis to Miami. It's already hot, humid, and full of Jews. They won't notice the difference. Then move all the Gazans to San Francisco, the world's real largest outdoor prison. Or maybe we put the Gaza Strip next to the Vegas Strip and call it the ultimate gamble. It's kind of like, you know when you have two siblings and they can't share, so you take the toy away and give it to the less fortunate? We should give that entire chunk of land to Detroit. By the way, notice when I said move all the Israelis to a place they don't currently live? You were fine with that. This is totally true. My landlord's last name is Gaza. I'm the only Jew living on land owned by Gaza. It's totally true, his last name's Gaza, but my landlord is Italian, so maybe that's the solution. Have the Gazans do a DNA test, it comes back Sicilian, and then they trade their rackets for rigatoni! That's as positive an ending as I can find.